How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Crowd Music. We are here at Tech Fest with Michael from Contortionist. How's the weekend been so far? Straight into press, or?
It's been great. I just got here a couple hours ago. We flew in from Berlin. We were in Europe for about 2.5 weeks, and we're here for Tech Fest. Yeah.
You guys looking forward to seeing anyone for the weekend, or?
Yeah. So Bleed From Within, good friends of mine from Scotland. Sick, they're really good friends of ours. They just were direct support for our headliner in Australia. So now they get to do headlining tonight, and we get to be their direct support. So it'll be a fun time.
So 1 year on, so it's just over a year ago now since Clairvoyant came out. How do we feel reflecting on that album now? Now it's been out, it's like out into the wild. Toured it a lot now. What do we think of the reaction, just everything around
The
it?
reaction's great. It's pretty wild to release an album and within under a year, at least in terms of live shows, it seems to have more of an impact with our audience, with singing along and crowd interaction than our previous albums.
Was that you started to do that with that album, or was it just so happens to people are loving it that way, and
I mean, with the album, we definitely set out to improve on our songwriting, and maybe that was a factor. But for the most part, I think it just happened naturally. I think we just, hopefully, it's because we became better songwriters. Who knows? There's always these factors that you can't really control.
Yeah.
The next album could be the best album we've ever done with the best songwriting possible, and people won't care about it. That could be the case. But for whatever reason, it went over well, and everything's been great. We enjoy playing the songs. The crowd seem to enjoy it, and we've been able to headline all around the world off of it, and the crowds keep getting bigger, and the album sales keep getting better. So.
Yeah, let's talk about that next. Touring relentlessly. Obviously, it's just over a year to come out, so it's still within its cycle. But it's taking you so many places around the world. Was it your first time in Australia? Was it?
No, so I've been to Australia. That was our third time.
Oh.
So
I know there was one specific place. Was it on that album cycle? I swear. It was the first time hitting up, and I can't remember for the life of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, we're always in so many different places.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to keep track. But it was our first time headlining in Australia.
Yeah.
So that's probably what you're referring to. So it was our first time headlining, and
was it Periphery you did the days with? I know you came here last time.
We came here with Periphery.
And did a bunch of stuff in the States with them as well.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And then we've gone to Australia with Between the Buried and Me, and we've also done Australia with a band called Sleep Makes Waves, which is based out of Australia. And then we've done Europe with Periphery, Protest the Hero, Tesseract, and a bunch of other bands. And then I also filled in for Volumes and did that tour with North Lane. So we've been over to Europe quite a bit, and this is our first time being able to go over and headline these places. So it's been amazing.
Yeah, how different or crazy has it been for you guys? Because obviously with the heavy touring schedule and most of it being headlining shows as well. Over here, you're doing quite a few dates as well. Obviously, I know. Is it this is the first one, isn't it?
Second. So we started in Dover, and then we went over to Germany.
Yeah.
So started in Dover, and then we flew in yesterday, had the day off, and then drove up today. But so we spend a week in the UK, and then we fly to Spain to do Resurrection Festival.
Yeah. How's it been? Headlining shows now, some of the bigger ones you've done at the moment, Australia, example, headlining.
It's awesome. It's crazy to think that you can go to a different portion of the world and people show up and care about what you're doing. But it's awesome. It's amazing to be able to do it. To go from a 13-year-old writing songs in my friend's garage to my band can travel anywhere in the world and play a show and people show up. It's bizarre, to say the least. Yeah,
obviously, and with it being headliner as well, a lot of these newer songs off the album finally get to be played live and now seen all over the world. Any specific favourites or before any ones you were aching to play live but weren't allowed?
Return to Earth, I think. We have a track called Return to Earth that tends to be a crowd favorite and also is one of my favorite songs off the album and one of my favorite songs to play live off the album. So Return to Earth for sure. Yeah.
Obviously, most of the set, obviously tonight as well, is going to be off the new record.
It's a mixture of every album.
Yeah.
So we actually have a few songs off of Exoplanet. We have some stuff off of Language, some stuff off of Clairvoyant. We get to play for an hour tonight, so we get to pick and choose a couple things off every album.
Are you doing anything special for Tech Fest? Because obviously you guys, I know you've been here, you played here quite a few times.
This is actually our first time at Tech Fest.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, so we confirmed for Tech Fest 2 or 3 years ago, but we ended up canceling because we got a tour with Animals as Leaders in between the Baird and me in the U.S. So
yeah. So now you're excited to play it.
Yeah, exactly. We're finally here, and to be able to do it with Bleed From Within and Sick, who are both good friends of ours, it's going to be a fun night.
Is this do you know like much about this festival at all, or is it like one you've been like quite excited to play? Because this is quite a very like niche festival.
It is. It's very much.
For a specific type of like fan of like a specific type of like music. I'd like to think.
Yeah.
Obviously, all the technical and like proggy stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. There's not many like festivals around here in the UK, and there's a couple in Europe that obviously do this kind of stuff. But how does it feel with like guys like you and your music like being like highlighted and showcased at a festival like this?
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's very, very cool. And from the time we got the offer from the festival a few years ago, we've kind of had our eye on the festival, and all our friends come over here and play this. I believe Monuments has done it.
Yeah, they've done it quite a few times. Yeah.
Has Pliny done it? Pliny?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, so like a bunch of our friends have come over here and played the festival. So we've known about it, and we're just excited to be here and finally get to take part in it.
Going also back again, and I said before about all the heavy touring, being here in the UK, how different is it, obviously, to playing like, because some of the shows you do in the US are like obviously on like a much bigger scale, obviously, and with a band like you traveling so far away, traveling to a country like this, like how different are those shows for you?
It's really different, and I mean, especially now, headlining, you have to take a step back to kind of readjust, because obviously we're at a certain level in the U.S. where we tour. When we do a headlining tour, we're in a bus, and it's bigger, it's bigger venues. But in some ways, we've been very lucky in doing big tours here where we didn't have to do that stuff. Like when we toured with Tesseract, Periphery, and Protest Here, we shared a bus with all those bands. But it's, now doing the headlining shows, we're lucky in doing those tours because now we already have a better start than most bands get in Europe, in the UK.
You had that sort of like stepping stone for you guys, just gradually making your way up the bill to what you are now. Obviously.
Exactly, and as we built up success in the US, there's still people listening over here, even though we weren't coming over here all the time. Because it wasn't until we released Language that we actually came over here. So the band had released 2 albums before ever even entering Europe. But yeah, it's slightly different. It's not as big as the shows in the US, but I would calculate that within another year or 2 they'll be on par with.
Yeah, I say like me personally, I prefer like just going to like the smaller venues and the intimate shows, and obviously for you guys that's got to be a lot of fun as well.
Oh, absolutely. I think my favorite is venues around 500 to 700 capacity. Are usually my favorite. It's big enough where there's a lot of people and there's a lot of energy, but it's small enough where you can still kind of interact with everybody.
Definitely. Thank you for talking with us.
No worries. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Your chance to plug stuff, obviously the tour and all that. I can't remember all the dates of the
No, you're fine. We have a few more shows left in the UK. We play Resurrection in Spain. Hopefully you check out some of our music.
Cheers. Thanks for watching. Socials and all that shit down below. Like, subscribe.